Mickey talks. Mickey talks. Yeah. Mickey rolls by the minute, thinking in and out of the box. Mickey talks. Mickey talks. Mickey talks. Oh yeah. So let's get into it. Don't you want to do it? Listen every day, 'cause he got something to say. Funny little chatterbox. Mickey talks.
Well, here I am talking again. And ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you, today's a special one, Matt. It's a really special day here at the show.
Yeah, we've been talking about this one for a while.
Yeah, because it's a lot of like who we are wrapped into one. We'll explain. But there's somebody you owe a big thank you to right off the bat here.
Well, I say we because we were both on the Sanity Lounge podcast.
Correct.
You were on there a while ago.
Yes.
I was just on there not too long ago, and my episode dropped yesterday, and we've got it linked down in the description. So check it out. You can see my link, and then your link is also there. And check out, we've got an episode with the Sanity Lounge guys that you can check out as well.
Absolutely great show. It's a
Yeah.
great show. The facilities are, I mean, honestly, second to none.
Oh, yeah.
It's a phenomenal
they
studio.
host bands in there
Yeah.
and have a full mix of the bands when they have them on the podcast.
Check out the Sanity Lounge. Great show, great guys.
Great interviewers. I mean, they ask very thoughtful questions.
Yeah, they were
know?
great. I really enjoyed my time with those
Agreed.
guys. Glad
Yeah.
you got were you happy?
Yeah, it was fun, man. We had a great time. So subscribe to Sanity Lounge. Look in the description. The links are there to find our segments.
Did they make you sound interesting?
They tried to, man.
Those guys are good. Well, speaking of sounding interesting, Matt, you know, I am one of those guys who, as an entertainer first, that's what I am. I'm an entertainer. I'm also, my second favorite thing in the world behind entertaining is history. You know, I'm a big history buff.
Yeah.
I love music and comedy, not necessarily in that order. And so when I can combine all of that into one sort of segment, I'm fascinated. And the guy on the show today is a guy who I'll go out on a limb, I think has a lot of similar thoughts that I do as far as that goes.
Yeah.
What do you
should we do our front sponsor here first?
Hold on one second. I'm going to get into
Okay,
it. I just want to say this first. Who's the front sponsor today? Is it
it's Legends.
Legends of the Fog. All right, let me knock them out since you said that. Let me do that. Legends of the Fog, make sure you check them out. If you're going to get away for Halloween, this is the year to do it because Legends of the Fog is up their game more than you could ever imagine. Just go to legendsofthefog.com, use the passcode Mickey, promo code Mickey, I should say. You'll get 10% off. The 4 attractions are ridiculous. The hotel, the corn maze, the slaughterhouse, and the hayride are all just like they were on the Today Show.
Yeah.
This is like they weren't on like Marty Bass morning thing. They were on that
Although
too.
they were.
Yeah. This is like the real deal, national spotlighted stuff.
Right up in Harford County in Aberdeen.
Right there. What's it? Carson Run Road, I think it's called.
Yep.
Or whatever it is. Get up there. Check them out. It's legendsofthefog.com.
We should probably mention next week, there's going to be Mickey Talks night out there.
Yeah, at the Thursday?
Thursday.
A week from tonight, we'll be live at Legends of the Fog.
And use our promo code. You get a discounted ticket.
Yeah, we just got I guess you gave us the okay today, I found out.
Well, kind of, yeah. I mean, we're still ironing out a little bit, some details.
All right.
But we're going to be there.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
And now, Matt, when I was 14, I think, I went to, it might have been 15, right around there. I went to Maxwell's Teen Night.
I remember those days.
In Parkville, yeah. And I remember it was the first time I ever went to anything in my life by myself. And I remember walking in, and I was just like this feeling, I can't explain it. When I walked in and I saw all the kids, and then I saw a band on stage, and I felt that energy. The only word I was just hooked. Like that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I got so lucky that very first night I met a man named Greg Terrace, who has passed away, who was like a second father to me, sincerely, and sort of molded me and helped me become whoever I am, and gave me the best advice, gave me a job at however old I was, 14 or 15, working right at that booth when you walked in. So I met
You worked at Maxwell's?
Dude, I literally. Yeah.
And then you managed that club later on, didn't you? You were the GM, I believe.
No, I never managed or worked.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of Graffitis.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Graffitis was later. No, Maxwell's was right in Parkville.
Right.
Where the Home Depot is.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I would go there every Sunday in the summer. And it was the coolest thing. And the first band I saw that night, I think, was the Ravens. And then the following Sunday, I think it was Child's Play. They were like my age.
Yeah.
Right. And then there was a DC Star was that first summer, Boot Camp. I'm going down a list
this
of
is
trying to remember.
Old school Maryland scene, man.
Dude, well,
yeah.
The reason I'm going back that far is that all of those bands were magnificent.
For sure.
They weren't like they were just a cool band for two. These bands were.
No, they were pro level.
Face Dancer.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I saw Face Dancer for like $5 on a Sunday at a teen night, and they were amazing. And then you had the Vamps, and once I saw the Vamps, because they were the first band I ever saw that looked like rock stars. They had leather and jeans and ripped shirts and big hair, and just it was a show. You know, the Ravens looked good, but it was different. They were more new wavy and dressed up. These guys were they were punk rock looking. And that summer just started my life. And then that's when I started learning about the guys before even that, because my dad was a bartender at a place called the Golden Horn, which was over off of Loch Raven Boulevard in the Loch Raven Shopping Center. Years later, it became Sunset Grill, I believe, or Sunset something. Anyway, long story longer, I just fell in love with the history of music and entertainment in this town. And then cut to many years later, I meet a guy who has an auto service. You know, he fixes cars. And a friend of mine said, I'm playing that place. I said, what do you mean you're playing it? He said, yeah, we're playing there Saturday. I'm like, at the car place?
Right.
And he's like, dude, it's like got a concert hall.
Yeah, it's legit. Right?
And I was like, what? So lo and behold, I don't know, 30 years ago, whatever it was, more than that, I go up to Club 66. I think I saw Never Never, I think is who it was. And when I walked up to the building, I'm like, this is going to be stupid. Like, I'm going to be standing behind a lift, you know, one of them car jack things, you lift them up. And you walk in.
And it's a cathedral, man.
Matt, I can't put it into words.
Yeah.
And it's something that I want to talk to this gentleman about because I don't think enough people really understand it. So joining us on the show today, in my opinion, he owns, in my opinion, the Maryland Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's what Club 66 is to me. And that is Mr. Dave Rohde. It is such a pleasure to see you, my friend.
It's actually my pleasure to be here, Mickey. And before we get too deep into it, I love the Mickey Talks theme song.
Dennis Shockett.
It's funny because when Cheryl and I first heard it, I'm thinking, is that fucking Keith Brewer? That sounds like it could be a Keith Brewer song. And then I found out it was my friend Dennis Shockett. And I'm like, well, it makes sense.
It's a hit, isn't it, man?
They're kind of like,
it's a smash pop tune, man. I love that song.
But getting back to your opening statements.
Yeah, man.
This area, this state, since that, that time has just been a powerhouse.
It's unreal.
Great musicians. Just fantastic.
Dave, I think, and the thing I want to talk about you mostly about is that for whatever reason, I think years ago, you saw it. You saw how special it was, and you saw that no one was really keeping track of it. And when you walk in your place and you look up on your walls and you see drum heads from 40 years ago or a guitar that's hanging that belonged to some dude and you have no idea, then he tells you and you go, oh my God. But I mean, the way the stage is, the rafters, the sight lines, everything in that room is just like, Matt used the word cathedral. I mean, it really is.
It's very church-like, man.
It's unreal.
You know? Yeah.
It is.
Dave, I know you love music. Let's start there. Was music important to you as a young man?
My whole life, my mother tells the story of when I was 4 years old. back then I had, before they knew what it was called, AAD.
Right.
And
ADD.
ADD.
Yeah.
And she said the only thing that would keep me occupied is she would put one of those record players in my crib that held the 45 records.
Yeah.
And she'd give me a stack of records and I'd sit there and play them all day long.
That's amazing. My mother tells it, Matt, it's weird. My mother told a very similar story. I would get fussy in my crib and she would play, what's his name? Tommy James, the Shondells. Who was that? Moni.
Yep.
Whoever did that.
Right.
Tommy James.
Tommy James and the Shondells. Yeah.
And I loved it.
Yeah.
And funny story is,
and then
15
Billy
years
Idol
later,
covered it, right? Yeah.
I come down the steps singing every word, and I'm like, Mom, I didn't remember, and she's got a tear in her eye because she can hear me blaring the new Billy Idol album, and it's that song, and I come down, I'm like, Mom, how do I? And she's like, I'm like, what? She's like, that was your baby song.
That was burned deep into your subconscious, man.
And I said to her, literally, I go, Billy Idol's been around that long? And then she explained it to me.
So here's your first Dave Rohde trivia of the day.
All right.
The song Moni was written by Tommy James.
Yes.
When he was living in the skyscraper in New York City. And at nighttime, he was awoken by a light that kept flashing.
A pulsing light.
That said Moni. And what it was the bank building for the Mutual of New York Bank Building.
No kidding.
And he had no idea
what Moni was.
And he wrote a song of it. Recommend reading his book. His book just came out a couple years ago.
No kidding.
The record company he was on, Roulette Records, was run by the mob.
Right.
And so he waited till all those guys were dead.
And then wrote the book.
Yes.
No kidding, man.
Highly recommend. It's a great read.
Definitely getting
It's a great read.
But Dave, getting back to it, Dave, what you have done, a lot of people in the music world, the entertainment world, the bar business, they get into it because it's fun, women, drugs, rock and roll, the whole thing. You, like me, I say like me because I believe it. You love the whole thing more than any of it. Like the music, the members of the bands, the atmosphere, the history. Am I right in this?
Certainly. And I had a good thing going for me already. I didn't have to get in it because of the women, because my wife is hot.
By the way, not only, yes, that's a given, but I will say this. What a cool lady, man.
She's the
Especially
best.
to put up with your goofy ass.
wouldn't be there without her. Believe me when I tell you, would not be there
Cheryl,
without her.
Rohde, thank you. By the way, you get all the credit, but that lady, I know how much she does.
True that.
Yeah,
True
man.
that.
So Cheryl, thank you. And if you're watching, thank you for watching. Oh, wait. You said they're having a little party today.
Yeah, I think it's a big party at my house, a big watch party.
I feel like Oprah, Matt.
Yeah.
All the ladies or whoever got together to watch Dave on our show. I feel like Oprah. Listen, man. This
We're
is great.
Bro-Oprah.
Yeah, Bro-Oprah.
Yeah.
Now, Dave, first of all, to tell our listeners a little about you. You're a regular guy. Grew up in Hollandtown.
I am.
Born in Hollandtown. Can I say the year you were born?
Yes, you can.
1957. That's a great year, by the way.
It is.
Great year for Elvis. I know a lot of facts about it. You went to Patterson.
I did.
Now, was Sonny Askew, he's older than you, right? Sonny would have been older than you, I think. Yeah. Then you were in the Marine Corps. I never knew that.
74 to 77.
So there, let's stop right there. Obviously, you're in your late teens, early 20s, in the early 70s.
Yes.
What a great time in rock and roll, man.
A great time.
Did it hit you then? Like, did your love of all of it start then?
Well, it started again when I was 4 or 5 years old.
So you had it as a kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who was your band growing up? Late kid, early teens. Who's the band that you could not? Was it the Beatles?
It was the Beach Boys.
No kidding.
Yes. Love them.
Who doesn't? I mean, that's a great call.
So, and I have a great Beach Boys story. In 1973, I was in a band that got to play at the Baltimore Civic Center.
Really?
Yes. And we had to be there all day because it was an opening slot. And it was one of them deals where you went and set up and then you waited around all day.
Yeah. Wait a minute. So I missed this part. Were you a bass player? Is that what you were?
A guitar player.
A guitar player.
No, then.
In this band, I was a drummer.
Okay.
A drummer. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right.
I've only seen you play Johnny Be Good with 45 times in my life, babe. But
So
yeah.
I'll try not to make it a long story, but it's a great story. So I'm stuck there all day. I was 15 years old.
Yeah.
And so while I'm waiting our turn to play, which was probably 5 hours, I wandered around the entire Civic Center from the basement, backstage, up into the catwalk.
Sure.
The next week, my brother took me there to see the Beach Boys. We're sitting there, and I'm like, I'm going to take a walk with the knowledge that I have of this building.
Course.
I walked down the back steps, walked through the basement, took the freight elevator upstairs that lands right on the stage. The Beach Boys are on the friggin' stage. And I'm like, well, I'm going to keep on going until somebody says you can't go there. Walk on the side stage.
Just got to look like you know what you're doing, right?
That's the secret to everything.
At 15.
Yeah.
Right.
Walk on the side stage. The Beach Boys' wives and girlfriends are sitting on a bench. I went and sat on the bench with them, watched the whole Beach Boys show.
You're shitting me.
I am not. And I couldn't believe they weren't throwing me out. And then afterwards, they go back to this room that's probably larger than the size of Club 66, where all the food and drinks are set up.
No way.
And I walk around there for an hour and a half like I own the place. Found a piece of paper and a marker, and I have all their
You
autographs.
still have that?
Wow,
Still have
man.
it.
With Dennis on it?
Yes.
Dude,
Still have
that's got to be worth something, man.
Yeah.
That's an awesome
true story.
That's an incredible story. But you also glossed over the fact that the week before you were playing at
Yeah.
the Civic
Who
Center.
did you open for?
So I was playing in a church band,
Right.
and there was a guy in the 50s. His name was Little Jimmy Dickens,
Okay.
and he had a lot of hits on Columbia Records. The biggest hit he had was called May the Bird of Paradise Fly Up Your Nose.
A prequel to Cocaine is awesome.
His steel guitar player
Really?
was a guy in our church that put together a band, and we got to open up for the Bill and Gloria Gaither Trio at the Baltimore Civic Center.
That is awesome. What was that like playing an arena?
It was awesome.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
got. And
awesome.
how old are you when you're doing it?
15.
That's
I
crazy.
mean, you think about the people that played there, you know,
Right,
it's
the
incredible.
Beatles.
Yeah, right.
Zeppelin.
Yeah,
Everyone.
everybody.
And so the next week, I walked on that stage like I owned it and sat with the Beach Boys' wives.
So
That's
Dave,
incredible.
in the early when did you go in? You went in the Marine Corps in 74.
74, yes.
Vietnam's still going on, right?
It was still going on, but they weren't sending people there.
Yeah.
If you were there, and you were going to be sent home.
We were already trooping down.
Yes.
At that point. Gotcha.
Yes.
All right. Then, you get out of the Marines. You're a young man. You're bopping around town. What year do you meet your beautiful wife? What year was that?
1982,
Okay. So 1982, you meet the best decision of your life.
truly.
And then in 1985, let's cut there. Edgewood Auto Service, which we know as Club 66. What did you buy that business? What happened there?
So what happened was, first of all, I met my wife at a car dealership that we both worked at.
Okay.
I worked in the service department. She worked in the parts department. She was running the parts department. We fell in love probably from the 5th day we met. We've never been apart.
That's a beautiful.
Never
I
been
love that.
apart.
I love that.
So, I worked at a few dealerships, and I finally got the idea that I thought that with my wife's help, we could open up our own repair shop.
Yeah.
We found this place in Edgewood that was run down, and to buy the car repair business, you had to buy the hardware store business, which was in an adjoining building.
Right. That's where Club 66 is, right?
Yes. And,
Okay.
and that's how it started.
Now it makes sense because when I look at the building, I'm like, this doesn't. And now I get it. There was a car to the left was the car stuff,
Yes.
and then this hardware store was attached to it.
Yes.
But it turns out that hardware store was originally built as an American Legion.
As an American Legion dance hall.
Ah, okay.
Dude,
now,
listen.
Now it's making more sense to me.
And here's
Yeah.
where it gets fascinating to
Yeah.
me. So I've been in Club 66, I don't know, 8-10 times in my life, maybe a little more. This is the first time Dave actually gave me like the real tour. The original bandstand where the band played is on the second floor, Matt,
Like they played in the balcony.
because
Correct.
there were no
Yeah.
amps back then.
Yeah.
Correct.
What year was it built?
1929.
Dude, you're coming up on your 100 years.
I hope I'm there 4 more years because I would love to be there for the 100th.
Oh, we'll do it at 97. If you got to get out of there, we're doing a 100-year party. But it's just amazing. So Matt, yeah, man, the bandstand, and you've left it intact. Like, I mean, you obviously secured some of that building up. It's 100 years old, but you see what it was. I mean,
so first of all, the first time we walked into Brinkman's hardware store, you would have never known that at one time it was a music room.
Right.
The man that owned it, Arthur Brinkman, turned it over to his son, Bobby Brinkman, and it ran amok, and it looked like somebody threw a hand grenade in there.
Sure.
Second of all, they had put a drop ceiling in there to conserve the heat because it was a hardware store.
I get it.
And put pegboard all over the walls. So we had no idea what that place looked like. Or what it used to look like when we came in there.
So you buy it in 85. What year did you go in and start ripping it apart? So was that right away?
It would have been the spring of 85, like April of 85. And
did you know that was going to be a venue as you're tearing this apart?
Absolutely not.
No.
But our idea, and I think I have it in this little bio, the idea was that we had to clean it out to do something. Had no idea what we were going to do. We had
you got an auto business. So are you doing like the cars during the day?
Yes,
repairing, and then building a nightclub at night.
But we didn't know it was a nightclub.
Gotcha, just getting it together.
So yes, we'd work on cars all day, and in the evenings we were going about the task of cleaning that place out.
Sure.
Again, it looked like somebody threw a hand grenade.
I believe it. Yeah.
And as we were cleaning it out, an old man that lived behind there was there when he was a young man going there to American Legion dances. And he told me of the history of the place. And the more we got it cleaned out, the more it was like an aha moment. Like
it came alive.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And it just kind of grew from there.
So let's stop right there. So you're in there. Now, let me ask you this. The car business, had you never built Club 66, just the car business, has it been a good business for you? Like, are you glad you started your auto service business?
Yes.
Okay. So Club 66 was really just like luck of the draw.
It was an afterthought. We had to do something with it.
That's how all great things end up. I swear to God.
My brother, who he's a CPA, and he helped me buy the businesses.
Sure.
You know, our immediate thought was get that room cleaned out and we'll make it a convenience store, sell milk and eggs and cigarettes.
Yeah.
And then the other thought was, well, make it a parts store.
Yeah.
Nothing
like what it is
shoes,
now.
spark plugs.
Right.
And the more we got the room emptied out and the more I saw, wow, this could be music.
The bar that you have there, that little bar there. Mm-hmm. Was that there, or did you guys build that?
Absolutely not. We built that bar out of the wood that we tore down from the drop ceiling.
It's the coolest story, man.
It really is. So 1929 is when the actual original structure was built.
Yes.
We have a picture of that. You want to show that real quick?
It's a picture postcard that
Tell the story about how you came across this too.
Surfing around the internet, went on eBay, and found actually a picture postcard of the building from 1929. There it is, right there.
Oh my God, look at that!
Isn't that wild, man? I mean,
thinking about what it is now and knowing that that's the original structure.
So, and what you have to know is, at that time, that was downtown Edgewood.
Right.
And everything happened there. Like when the circus came to town,
they go in there.
It went there.
That was so wild.
Downtown.
What do you mean
Edgewood.
the circus came to town? The circus played?
The parking lot was huge. There were no other buildings.
Okay.
And when the circus came to town, they sat up there.
No kidding.
All around it. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Now, Dave, Club 66 as it stands today, it's a private social club, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Did you ever think about going and making it a regular bar?
Tried several times, got a lot of resistance from the Harford County Liquor Control Board.
Really?
Yeah.
I find that fascinating
I
because
do,
so do I.
I would think like the resistance you would get would be like maybe neighbors who don't want noise.
Right. Yeah.
Well, we did that too.
Yeah. Did you have any kickback from people in the neighborhood?
Yes, there's actually a law on the books in Harford County. We call it the Dave Rohde law. In the 1990s, they had so many complaints from our place that they actually wrote a law. I should have brought a copy of it with me. I just didn't know what to bring today.
Sure.
That's funny.
But yeah, I got my own law.
Is it a sound ordinance?
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yes.
you know what? I mean, when I ran graffitis, there was a neighbor behind it.
Yeah.
It's amazing if you put central air in someone's house, though, how quickly it gets quieter. However, I will say this, Dave, you know, the story itself is fascinating.
It is.
How you came about it, and then what you've done with it. But now, when you first opened it, when you said, okay, we're going to make a music venue, who was the first act that ever played?
It's a great question. The very first band we had play there, we didn't even know them. Okay, so we pumped gas there. We were a mom and pop gas station.
Right, I remember.
When you drove through, the bell would ring and either myself or my wife would run out and pump your gas.
Yeah.
So a guy pulls in one day and he wants $3 worth of gas. He doesn't have any money. He said, I work down on the Edgewood Arsenal. If I leave you my saw, can you give me $3 worth of gas and I'll come in Friday and pay you? And I'm like, yeah, I took a chance on the guy.
What the hell?
So he came back Friday to pay me. And when he paid me, he came in what was the hardware store. It was still the hardware store. And he looked around and he said, what do you got going on here? I'm like, well, we're cleaning it out and, you know, not sure what we're doing yet. He said, I have some friends that are in a band. He said, when you're getting close, we'll hook them up. And so he hooked us up with the band. They were new. They didn't even have a name yet. So if you look at the ticket, I think Matt has a copy.
Matt has the ticket right here.
If you look
the
under,
very first show,
band, it doesn't even say the name of the band because they didn't have a name yet. It just says live music, good old rock and roll.
Do you remember who it was?
Yeah, I remember all of them. And they would end up staying together and become a band called Wild Eye.
I remembered Wild Eye.
They were around for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No kidding.
And the guitarist in that band, Steve Cooney, is still one of my best friends to this day.
Oh, what a great story, man. Now, from that show, how does that show go?
It went swell. I'm so glad that somebody brought a VHS recorder.
You have video?
And I've got video of that show.
Yeah, you got to bring that next time, Dave.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, listen. Before we go any further, and I want to explain why, because this is something that since we went up for that, I went up for that Never Never thing with Ronnie a month ago or two. I can't get it out of my head, Dave. We really need to do a serious, really true documentary on this thing, man.
So there's actually a documentary in the works. If you're familiar,
I love it.
If you're familiar with the book All Things Crack, it's a recent biography of Crack the Sky. Well, the gentleman that wrote that, his name's Tyson. He's a great man.
Yeah. During
his process of writing that book, I think it took him 2 years.
Yeah.
A lot of times when he was interviewing the guys in Crack the Sky, a Club 66 came up as it should have.
Right.
And so we got hooked up during that process, and he's now about 10 months into the process of writing the Club 66 book.
That's amazing.
Anything I can do to help you with the documentary,
I'll
please
hook you up
let
for
me
sure.
know, man.
He's a great man.
Because this story that you're telling us, first of all, it's as rock and roll as it gets.
It is.
It's as cool as it gets. And I think it's true entrepreneurship on display. You just took a chance, you put your balls on the table, and you said they're either going to get chopped off or they're going to look beautiful.
Did you feel that? Did you feel like a risk in the beginning, or was it just like, let's try this and have some fun?
So I always had the auto repair business, which was our main focus.
So that was your fallback, really,
and
right?
that was the bread and butter. And so the club thing could be our for fun thing. And honestly, to this day, it still is. I've never really made any money to speak of at that club. I mean, sometimes you make a little bit.
And you spend it next month on your next act.
It's a passion project.
Right. Or you might lose it the next month.
Right.
And you go, okay, well, We'll see what
We're
happens
even.
next month.
I'm with you, buddy.
But
I've
before
been
we
doing
go-
that for 56 years.
Before
Made
we go
money
on-
tonight and $13 tomorrow.
Let's give people an idea of who's been in this room over the years, because it's been a kind of a musician's room. I would say number
It's-
one,
yeah.
right?
You have the list,
so,
Matt.
So
Go
over
ahead.
the years, bands such as Badfinger, I'm taking this off of the website
Yeah.
here, Foghat, members of Leonard Skinner, Crack the Sky, Molly Hatchet, Blackfoot, Savoy Brown, and a bunch more. I know there's, I think, a list up by
Dude.
you too, man.
Pete Best from the
Yeah, Pete
Beatles.
Best.
Artemis Pyle from Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
If I could interrupt, one of my favorite stories, I don't know if I told you this or not. I'm a huge Beatles fan.
Me too. Yeah.
Have every record they ever put out, every solo record, every book. I've read everything you could read about the Beatles. And I'm a joker. I'm a practical joker. I like playing jokes on people.
Sure.
So I'm running the shop one day. The phone rings. I go answer the phone, and it's a lady. She said, hi, I represent Pete Best of the Beatles. And I was giving your phone number to see if you would be interested in having Pete Best play
That's
at your club.
incredible.
And I immediately thought it was one of my friends playing a joke on me.
Sure.
And I'm like, thanks, hon, but we got Ringo this summer. And I hung up on her.
Right.
Oh my
Right.
God.
Joking around. Yeah.
I thought it was a joke. So I hung up on her.
Wow.
Phone rang 2 minutes later. She said, please don't hang up. She said, I represent Pete Best of the Beatles. And we've been giving your phone number. I think it might have been Peter Tork that gave her the phone number.
Right.
And she said, Pete Best has heard good things about your club and is interested playing there. And I said, well, that's wonderful. And tell him, I said, thank you. I said, but I'm aware of the kind of money he gets. I think he's getting between 10 and 15 grand a show, which is not bad.
I'll take it.
I said, that's way out of our price range. She said, we are willing to come into your club and work for whatever would make it possible.
Wow.
They
No
came
kidding.
they came in, they played reasonable. They were all great guys, and they went on to play there a total of 4 times over the years.
No kidding.
That
man.
is so cool.
That is
Dave.
wild.
And on the last time they played there last July, Pete Best invited Cheryl and I to come to Liverpool and stay at the house he grew up in.
That's incredible.
Oh my God. Are you going? Did you go?
We went.
Was
and
it amazing?
They treated us like we were the king and friggin' queen of England.
That's amazing.
Well, they have
man.
they have an Airbnb now. Is that what they have? A
So-
hotel or
It's called the Casbah.
yeah.
And it is a 4-story, very large house that Pete Best's mom bought in the 50s. And she let all the kids convert the basement into a clubhouse. And it's where the Quarrymen started, which was
That's-
the original
Oh
Beatles.
my God.
That's insane.
That is insane.
And when you walk down that basement into that club, it's like a time lapse. It's like somebody walked out of there in 1962 and locked the door.
Don't touch a thing. I'll be back in 50 years to clean this up.
And you walk in there and it's exactly how they left it.
Wow.
And every room down there, like John Lennon painted one room, Paul McCartney painted a
Oh
room.
my God.
If you go to Liverpool on any kind of Beatles tour, you're remiss if you don't stay at the Casbah.
Yeah.
You know who needs to know that?
They've got a John room, a Paul room.
Yep.
They got a Pete room, but they got no Ringo room there.
There's
I
no
hear.
room for Ringo
Yeah.
in
Well,
that band.
I tell you, it's not a dig at Ringo.
It's about his time with those guys.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Ringo never stayed there and Ringo never played there.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, I get it. I do. And,
Yeah.
and Pete, a good guy, huh?
Great guy. And so we're staying there with Pete's family, his brother, their kids. And they have no disparaging marks about the Beatles at all.
How could they?
They mark it up to them being all young and decisions were made,
Yeah.
But what it's might be one of the best things that Cheryl and I ever did in our
I
life.
can't imagine what could be cooler than that.
No, I mean, were you a massive Beatles fan or?
Huge.
Yeah, so were you just geeking out the whole time? I'm sure, as most of us.
Could you
Sure.
feel it? Could you feel it?
Truly.
In the rooms, you're like,
Yes,
wow.
yes. So we're sitting there in the basement on the first night we get there, and it's just me and Rogue Best, who is Neil Aspinall's son. He was a road manager for the Beatles.
Yeah.
And we're sitting down there and having a drink and
Yeah.
smoke.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sitting in the fucking place where the Beatles started.
That's crazy.
incredible, man.
I
It
would
really
have got
is.
high, and then I'd have got so in my head I'd have had to leave. It would have freaked me out, man.
Did a unplugged acoustic version of Johnny Be Good sitting down there.
That's wild,
Wow.
man. Okay, so now we're starting to get into who you are, man. Tell me why and how you decided or knew or just had that fruition that you needed to kind of start archiving the stuff you do. Where did that come from?
Because
bud?
this is more like not only just a club, but it's a museum as well.
It's the Maryland Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I don't know why anybody calls it anything else.
Right.
Like, I hope you don't mind me calling it that.
I think that I think it's awesome that you think of us like that.
That's all I think about when I think of that place.
Yeah.
And it really makes me sorry, especially now that Tyson's knee deep into writing this book.
Right.
For the first 20 years that we were there, we would have a show with Foghat or whoever.
Yeah.
Show would be over. I'd pay him, throw the contract away.
Right.
I don't have hardly anything in the way of paperwork from the first 20 years.
Sounds like our memorabilia that we have, Mick, for our careers.
Yeah.
Never thought we would be there 40 years, you know?
Of
Every
course.
time we got something done, I'm thinking, whew, we got that one done.
That one's done. Don't look at the October schedule. We're in trouble. But tell me about, when did you first get like totally really into the music history in Maryland around here? Was it just an organic thing that once you started meeting people?
So it started in 1985. Cheryl and I would go out once in a while in the evenings to find live music. And the band at that time was Word of Mouth.
Rob Fahey's first band after the Ravens.
Rob Fahey, Vince DePaul from Crack the Sky.
Vinny,
and our dear friend Spike on drums and David Bell on guitar, and Lee Townsend was bass player for that.
It was a great band.
And we went and saw them everywhere they played, everywhere. We fell in love with them, and we got to be friends with them. And so we would get to shows early and talk with the guys about music. And eventually Vinny or Spike or Rob or all of them knew that I repaired cars for a living. And one of the three of them, all of the three of them at one point, but one of them made their way out my place to get their car fixed. And they wandered through the office and saw Club 66. And they're like, what the F is going on here? And I'm like, well, we're just trying to build this little music room over here. And that's kind of when it started springboarding.
Man,
it's kind of a hidden gem, man. I mean, like the people that know the music scene here all know about Club 66, and so do a lot of fans. But there's still probably a lot of people who don't understand,
what it is,
the hidden gem that Club 66 is. It's amazing.
And you have to remember, back in those days, it was pre-internet. It was all grassroots.
I remember the first time I heard Club 66. I'll tell you how long ago this was, Dave. Was Never Never was doing the 15 Mile House every Wednesday. So
and we were there every Wednesday.
I mean, we're late 80s, right? Is that when it was? And
every Wednesday.
I remember I'm probably 20, 21. I think maybe I was in Los Angeles at the time. And me and Gray Manna drove up there one night because we love Never Never. And Spike, I remember him telling me, we're going to play this club Saturday called Club 66. And I was like, what the hell's that? And he's like, it's my friend Dave's play. And he explained it. And I was like, that sounds weird. Good luck. Blew it off. And then, God damn.
So we didn't even have a stage at that point. And, we invited Spike out there to review the place. And we said, hey, man, we're going to build a stage. And I said, we're going to build it here right in front of the window, just like the 15 Mile House. He's like, no, man, you got to put that stage down there.
Right.
I said, all right, we're going to build it about this tall. And he's like, no, man, you
got
to build it
5 feet tall. Right. Yeah.
Aren't you glad you talked to Spike?
Sure. And he was very instrumental in us putting that stage down there.
Now, did you know you were going to build the connecting dressing room off of it? No.
Did not. I
mean, that's what's cool, dude.
It kept happening.
Like, that's the thing. Like, when you go in there and you see the 2 floors, and then literally you come down this wooden staircase straight from the dressing room, and everybody sees you walk down the step. It's just, it is such a cool cool place.
It really is, man.
So back to the 15. Can I get back to the 15 mile?
You can go anywhere you want.
Cheryl and I went there every Wednesday
Right.
night.
Yeah.
She was driving a school bus at the time and had to be up at 4:30 every morning. We get home from there. That's Owings Mills. We get home at 3 o'clock in the morning, and on the way home, we'd be like, "That's it. That's the last time. We ain't doing that again." And next Wednesday, we were out there, and that went on every Wednesday. Well, you couldn't beat it. First of all, Tommy, the man that ran the place,
Was a great.
what
dude.
a charm.
Yeah.
And Asa Seafood,
Yeah.
his, steamed shrimp and oysters,
It
and
was-
never
It was really a cool place, man.
loved it.
Everything clicked in that place.
Yes.
But you know, those little gems like the 15 Mile House and are cool. But Dave, you've just captured something that I hate to compare it to HammerJokes. I'm not comparing it, but what I am comparing is the vibe and the feel
Sure.
and the appreciation of all the detail that you put into that room. First of all, the sound in that room. It might be one of the best sounding rooms I've ever heard in my life.
It was built for sound
Yeah.
pre-amplification.
It's
Yeah.
unreal. Like, I can't explain. You know, how you go see a band, and when the band stops, like, all of a sudden, it's like somebody turned the microwave fan off. You're like, you know, I'm telling you, it just,
Yeah, I mean the acoustic, like I said, it's like a church, man. The acoustics are just, I mean, they're perfect.
Yeah.
Did you work on that, or just happen to luck out because of the way they built it?
So a little bit of both.
Yeah.
We've had over our 40 years there, we've had a handful of different sound engineers there.
Yeah.
And they are all brought a little something to the game to make it better.
Yeah. I'll tell you, you know, for people watching, say you're out of town, imagine your state, whatever, city, wherever you live, and there's a little place that, what do you hold at capacity? Maybe 200, 300?
A good night's 150 people.
Yeah, that's what, it's not
Yeah,
huge,
no.
huge. But imagine that, and then the best players from your town want to play there.
Yeah, yeah.
And when they
You've got a
do,
waiting list, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
it's just unreal. And what you've done with it, and the respect that this is what I think it really is, and why I kind of reverted to HammerJokes a little bit. Everyone that plays there, even if it's your first time there, you immediately feel what you're in. You can't help it. You walk in and you go, "Oh shit." You know what I mean? This isn't Loonies. I'm not bad mouthing Loonies.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's not just a bar. So you got that. Then you go up in these dressing rooms and you're looking around and you're going, "Oh, that's Pete Pest. Oh, that's Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
whoever. Badfinger." Down the list, and you're like, I'm sitting in the same room. And then you just go down these steps. And I think from a musician standpoint, you know you're playing somewhere special. That before you, guys had been there that have played the world and love this place.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, there's a little comedy club in Hanover, Dave, called Church of Satire. My friend Jim Bryan, who will be at my comedy club this weekend, owns it. And it's the same thing. It holds 50, 60 people. It's my favorite room I've ever played.
Sure.
Because of how it feels. Now, you've played with just about every band that's ever played there, right?
Most of them.
Yeah. Is it still a thrill for you?
Absolutely.
You still love it, man.
I never get tired.
You're
of-
like me.
when a band asks me to come up there and sing Johnny Be Good,
Yeah.
I never take that for granted.
Right.
I think it's a special thing. And it started out by accident. The very first band that played there, the Good Old Rock and Roll Band, or
Yeah.
at the end of the night, they said, "Do you want to come up here and do a song with us?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, but I hadn't prepared anything." And I went back to the song that made it connect for me as a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Do you know Johnny Be Good?" And they're like, "Yeah, we'll get through it." And it started a tradition
I love it.
that has held to this day. And I've sang that song with over 100 bands there.
That's so cool.
That
man.
is wild, man.
And
you know-
I never take it for granted. And especially when a band comes back there, like Peter Tork or Pete Best, and when they come there and they say, "Do you want to sing Johnny Be Good with us?" I'm like, "Yes,
Of course you do.
yes."
I mean, think about it, dude. You played with a guy that was in the Beatles.
Yep.
You played with Pete Best.
That's incredible, man. That's wild.
I played
and
with a.
and he played my drum kit.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now, Dave, and I think Matt would agree with this. Like, we've been around it so much and so long. Matt and I are jaded. I mean, we've met, he's met Ozzy 5 times. I met Billy Idol.
Right.
I met all my heroes. I met Slash. I could go down the list. We're still huge fans, though, both of us.
For sure.
We never lost being a fan. And that's the thing I love about you, Dave.
Yeah, same
Brody.
here for sure.
You're a fan, man. And you're not you put your fandom in front of everything like I do. I'm a fan first. I stand in front of the band. If you ever see me at a bar,
Same here.
I'm right in front of the
Same
band.
here.
Yeah.
All the other
Same
dicks
here.
are in the back with their arms folded. I play guitar. Shut up, you fat slob. And I go right up front, and I'm having the time of my life. I've
Sure.
never, ever stopped being a fan.
Even to this day, Lee Townsend plays at my place,
Right.
and I'm asphyxiated on him. I am.
Well, that's a guy to be
that standing there on the stage, and he mesmerizes
Yeah.
me.
He's incredible.
There's never I've never even heard of a bad show there. I mean, everybody that comes through there, it's been an incredible band or
True.
musician.
True.
So many people want to play there. Have you always felt like you've been incredibly selective about who you put in there just to uphold the reputation that room
Yes,
is now?
yes, and
Yeah.
again, even though it's a lot of work, in preparation, day of the show, and even if I'm looking out at the crowd and I'm like, we don't have half enough people here for me to pay the band,
Right.
I'm still standing there at the stage, loving it, absorbing it.
Well, because
and
it's not
being
about the money to you.
thankful for
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
It's funny. I've had businesses where I've made a ton, and I've had businesses where I lost everything. I'm going to be honest with you. The ones I lost everything, they were the most fun because I was passionate about it.
Yeah.
But luckily for you, Dave, I think you've now hit a spot, I think, in the zeitgeist of the local area where you are that hallowed ground. I really do believe that.
Well,
When people speak of your place, it's with reverence.
Well, a handful of years ago, Cheryl and I realized that we've accomplished something phenomenal that we never set out to accomplish. And at this point, if it stopped tomorrow, they can't take away what we did.
And could never repeat it.
No.
They could
No.
take 70 years and never do what you did.
No.
Do you want to keep going till you can anymore?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I say, at this point, we feel like, we've worked so hard to get where we're at. And as long as we're having fun and not getting in any trouble, I would like to stay there until I can't do it anymore.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I've gone there, like I said, it's about the last 2 years, a couple times now. Edgewood has a reputation.
Yeah.
It's the safest place you go. They got guys out front. You get watching people
Yeah.
park. They tell you where to park.
For sure.
They watch you park, walk up. Like, it's really, you're fine.
And you know
what I
the
mean?
interesting part about that too, you told me off air.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody that works with you, they're volunteers. They're
They're
people
all-
that
all
also
volunteers.
just want to be a part of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
Been
got
with
some,
you for a long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
and you got some great people up
We
there
do.
with you, man. What is there a band or is there something you're like, is there a bucket list band that you're like, I got to get them before it's over?
There isn't a bucket list that I could think of per se, but there's going to be a chapter in the book that I think we're going to call The Ones That Got Away.
I love that.
That would represent a handful of bands that we thought we were going to get,
And it didn't work out.
but it didn't work out.
Can you mention any of
I'd
them?
love to.
Yeah, who were some ones you had?
One of them was Mick Taylor.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
We got a call from a promoter in California saying Mick Taylor was going to be doing an East Coast tour.
Yeah.
Would we be interested? And I'm like, we would. I said, but we're kind of tight on money here.
Yeah.
I said, what's the price going to be? He said $7,500. I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm the way I'm thinking.
Sure.
If I lose a couple grand, got Mick Taylor playing at
Right.
my place.
I get it.
The night before he was playing in Pittsburgh, got sick, got carted off to the hospital.
Oh,
It
man.
was a done deal. He was supposed to be there.
Wow.
Contracts,
Oh,
deposits paid.
hope you at least got your money back.
It took us almost 5 years to get the money back. His booking agent was a scumbag.
Oh my
And
God.
if it wasn't for Joey Moland, I don't think we would have ever got the money back.
That's great.
crazy.
You know what I find amazing? I mean, just the fact that these people are all finding you and calling you. It's not like I mean,
That's
you
the
aren't
cool
a
part.
concert promoter, right?
Right.
These guys
No.
are finding you through
Yes.
word of mouth.
Yes.
Most of
Yes.
them.
Another one is the guitar player from Triumph.
I
Come on, help me out.
I'm not going to think of it. I'm not. I can't think of one guy's name in Triumph. Can you?
If only
Matt?
there was a device.
Yeah,
Mick.
Matt, look that up. Dave, while he's looking that up, who's been the one act where he was on your stage and you went, I can't believe this? Did you have an aha moment?
Many of them, sure. Many
Who's
of
the
them.
one that stands out? Like where you're like, is it Pete Best?
It would have to be a few of them, and yes, he certainly won.
Talking about Rick Emmett, by the
Rick
way.
Emmett,
yeah.
So we're at a wedding 15 to 20 years ago, and then we're at the reception, and a guy walks up to me, and it happens a lot, and I like it.
Yeah.
He said, "Are you that guy from Club 66?" I said, "I am." He said, "Would you be interested in Rick Emmett playing at your place? He does a solo acoustic show."
Yeah.
And I had saw that he toured and did that show, and it looked very popular.
Yeah.
I mean, here's Rick Emmett, phenomenal guitar player,
Unreal.
and singing the songs. I said, "Yeah, hook me up." So he hooked me up with their booking agent. The guy gets a hold of me, quotes me a price. I think it was $5,000. I'm like, "Yeah, we can do that."
Yeah.
He sends me the info. I send my info back, and I get a call back from his office manager, and I think her name was Debbie. I saved the email. She said, "I don't know who you think you are, but you ain't getting no Rick Emmett at your place." And I'm like, "Excuse me?" She said, "Well, we got a deal and we play at the Ram's Head in Annapolis." I said, "Well, ma'am," I said, "two things here." I said, "First of all, your guy contacted me."
Yeah.
Right.
I said, "And second of all, plenty of acts play
Both.
at Ram's Head, Annapolis,
Yeah,
and
we're
our
an
place."
hour and 15
Like,
minutes
they don't
away.
give a shit.
Right.
They don't give a shit about Club
Right.
66. She
Right.
says, "Well, you ain't ever getting him," and that's that.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's
I-
crazy, man.
I hope that bitch died in a lightning strike or something. What an ignorant woman.
Another one, Nils Lofgren.
Nils.
My dear friend, very dear friend, John Tracy, rest in peace.
Yeah.
He was connected with Nils Lofgren. John Tracy appeared in 20 different bands at Club 66 over the years.
No
Let me
kidding.
tell you something about John Tracy. One of the greatest dudes I ever met along the way. Unbelievable drummer. Played with the best of the best. And I loved him. I mean, loved John Tracy.
I would jump in front of a moving bus for John
I
Tracy.
can't go far behind you, Dave. I feel the same way.
And so anyway, a handful of years ago, well, before he passed, John Tracy said to me, he said, "Would you like Nils Lofgren to play at your place, a little unplugged thing?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I said, "How much?" And he gave me the price. I'm like, "Do it."
Yeah.
And then John got lung cancer and
Yeah.
passed away in the
Yeah.
process.
Man.
But John Tracy brought 20 different bands to Club
I
66.
believe
No
it.
kidding.
One of
man.
my favorite ones, the Brian Jack Band.
Dude.
Yeah.
Summertime, July, before we had air conditioning, it would be 110 degrees in Club 66.
Yeah.
I called him up that day. I'm like, "John," I said, "it's hot at the club. You guys want to cancel? I understand." He said, "No fucking way. We'll be
Right.
there."
Yep.
Brian Jack came there that night, sang his ass off like there were 3,000 people in Club 66.
Dude,
Amazing.
Brian, rest his soul. Maybe the best I've ever seen do it.
Incredible singer, frontman.
Brian
all of
Jack
them.
fell in love with Club 66.
I get it.
I'm going to tell you, if there were 12 people there that night,
Right.
it was a lot.
And he didn't care.
He got done. He took pictures of the club.
Yep.
He came back a few months later. He said, "Dave," he said, "I got a solo album deal coming out. Can I have permission?" And he's got all the artwork. "Can I have permission to put the picture of the
Yeah.
club on the back of the album?" I'm like, "Certainly."
Yeah.
And then he passed away a
Yeah.
little bit after that.
Jesus.
You know what's fascinating about Club 66 is that if somebody now wanted to create what you've done, you couldn't do it.
You can't build that.
The
It
stars
happens.
just kind of aligned for this
Well,
room.
Sure.
The right people all called you. You got in this network of people who fed you more people that played this club,
Yes.
and it became a
Yeah, but
special place.
Matt, if I may, and Dave, you won't say this just because of the kind of guy you are. A lot of that has to do with him, though. Once you meet a guy,
Agreed.
you that just people go back and they go, "Oh man," and the guy that owns the place, he's the coolest, man.
Sure.
You want to play, and that, Dave, that's the testimony that I don't think gets told enough. You and I have known each other for a long time.
Yes.
From a safe distance.
Sure, our paths have
crossed
crossed
1,000 times.
Yes.
But at the last year or so, as I've really
Yes.
talked to you more, just a great dude, man. And when I hear other people talk about you, it just builds my respect for you more and more and more. And what you've accomplished, I hope in your head, and I'm sure it's hard, but you really should be just enamored by it.
And I'm hoping I can one day have that respect for you.
Never. It's never coming, Dave. It ain't coming. I look to no one for that. I just like to give it. I know I'm never going to get it. But I got to tell you, one of the other cool things is when you had that never thing and you were on stage and you called me up to talk to that audience. And I felt like I was stuck for a minute.
You could feel it. I could tell.
I was like, I don't know
tell.
what to say here. Like, everybody here's cooler than I am.
Yeah.
I'm
You
like,
know?
I can't believe Mickey's at a loss for words.
It's like being in church. I've
It
said
really
100
is.
times,
Yeah.
man.
And especially that night when there was a lot of who's who there.
Sure.
As far as the musicians go and the sound man and of course Dave and his crew. And when you get up in front of those people aren't impressed because you were on 98 Rock. They don't give a rat's ass. These people are insanely talented, rest on their own laurels. So to get up and Dave, and that's why I said what I said about you, man, like that's your castle, bro.
Well,
I felt honored just that you opened the door for me and I was like, wow.
Everything we do up there is special.
Yeah.
But that was an extremely special night. It was the first time that Ronnie Zebron had played there.
20 years, I think he said.
More than that.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe
certain
so.
more than that. And, I had a great relationship with Ronnie and the band because, as you know, I managed that band for 3
remember,
years.
yeah. And now let's go back. So you were also, you open it up and you have a couple years there, 85, 86, 87. In 88, you became a staff writer for Rocks Magazine.
Yes.
Which, for those that don't remember, you had Music Monthly or Maryland Musician,
right?
Whatever it was called back
Susie
then.
Mudd.
Yep.
Susie Mudd.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, Susie passed. Funny thing about Susie. Susie would take on anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fearless lady.
Oh, yeah.
For whatever reason, she was the nicest person to me.
We always had a great relationship.
Yeah. Anytime I ever did anything, Susie would write about it.
Mm-hmm.
When I got the 98 Rock gig, she wrote a nice thing. And then another one, what was his name? J. Doug Gill, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a great magazine.
Incredible. And so you went to Rocks. And what did you write when you were there? What were you writing?
What happened there, and we were talking off air.
Yeah.
Eric Sokol,
he owned it.
At one point was going to be or supposed to be a part of
Maryland Musician.
Right. When they broke off of the back of the Pennsylvania Musician. And the deal didn't go through. And so Eric started his own magazine, which was, for lack of a better term, a competing magazine. Although I don't think so in my mind. I thought there was room for two.
There definitely was. I thought one should have went a little more direction that way. And one should have went a little more metal and harder. But
at any rate, Eric, it just happened by a coincidence that he set up shop in the building that's literally 100 feet from where Club 66 was starting.
Yeah.
He wandered down there one day for some gas or car repair. And he said, "What do you got going on here?" And I took him inside and showed him. He said, "Do you want to write for Rocks Magazine?" I said, "I think I do."
Now, what would you write? Like, were you going to see bands?
I would do two things. I would either review an album or go out and see a live show.
I find it, and maybe I'm wrong. Are you the kind of guy that can point out if something's not good?
Yes, but it seems like everything I went out to review was great.
Yeah.
I'm out reviewing the Ravens and Never and Crack the Sky.
You had a pretty good list.
Yeah.
To this day, are you still as big a fan as you were when you were 5?
Absolutely.
That's the secret.
Absolutely.
I told my boys are trying comedy tonight for the first time. So I'm going to leave.
You have to love that.
I think I'm going to cry. I mean, I can't, when I think about it driving here, I filled up, for 38, 9 years now, I've been telling dick jokes in bars. Do I want my sons to be comedians? I don't know. I probably not. I want them to be, just happy. I don't care. but it brought me so much joy in a lot of ways, and it opened so many doors for me that to see it is going to be amazing. And I'll be honest with you, I was thinking about this. I don't know how you would feel. There comes a time, I think, like even in my life, if my son started doing this and they got good, I think I would do it less and go see them more. I really do. You know what I mean?
Or maybe one day you'll be opening up for them.
Matt made the joke.
We just said it's going to be the Coachella tour at some
I
point.
love it.
You know?
Yeah, it's weird, but that will happen. We'll all three do a show together.
Sure.
It's going to be a great night.
It'll be fun. And that might be the
Those
night.
guys are going to, they're going to kill tonight, right?
Well, they're going to kill me. I know that. They are going to annihilate me. But Dave, Club 66, I have an idea, and I'm going to just say it on the show, and I've been keeping it quiet. We have that big theater here. And
love that theater.
Right.
I was fortunate enough. You and Spike invited Cheryl and I down last month for the Spinal Tap and the original Never opening up. And I walked in this facility.
It's unreal.
And I'm like, it's unreal.
Well, my idea is this. Since we talked about Rock's Merry Musician, they used to do the Merry Musician Jam.
Yes.
Every year.
All-Star Jam.
I want to call it the Club 66 All-Star Jam and do it here. You are, to me, the mecca of the live performance venues. And I think that you need to brand it that way. And I think there's a lot of young musicians who don't understand what you've done that would love it because they are true musicians. I see a lot of these young kids walking up to, Dennis Shockett and Keith Brewer, and they're like, they're smart enough, like I was, to recognize, these guys might be older, but holy shit, are they good? I remember when I started doing comedy, guys like Bob Summerby and Dan Rosen and Mark Voice, and I could go down a list of other guys, and they taught me everything, and they embraced me. But I think the Club 66 Music Jam once a year, on like a Monday night in this theater, we brand it as Club 66. I would say do it at your place, but I just want to put more people.
It might not be big enough.
Right, that's what I mean. Yeah. But I think it would be an unbelievable thing. And I would love to talk to you about it.
Sure thing. You brought up Dennis Shockett. We met him through the original Never, the lineup with David Bell.
Yeah. David
Bell said to me, I think it would have been 1988. He said, do you mind if I bring this young band along to open up for us? And I'm like, yeah, if you say, I'm like, yes. And it ended up being Dennis Shockett and the Rattle Cats.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And that's how we met Dennis.
I mean, that's the thing. When guys like Dennis, like real musicians, and they love that room, there's a reason for all that. Yeah. Dave. Does it hit you? Does it hit you what you have?
All the time.
You do recognize
all the time.
That I think also helps your success because you understand the sincerity of the room and the people that love it. You understand the history of the room and the people who recognize it. And that's the cool thing. Like, you love showing it to people. It was the best tour I've ever gotten of anything, was because you're so passionate. And I think you saw in me.
I did. And I was glad that we had a little bit of time where you could go through and I could show you just a few things.
I felt so honored. It was like, it's like you're going to the Louvre and you get a private tour by the curator.
Right.
Who knows every painting, every ounce of wood, where the parquet floor is from.
Yeah.
Why this balcony's like, it was just so cool, man. And we could talk about a million acts that have played there. I want to know this. What's your 10-year plan there? What do you want to keep doing with it?
To just keep going like we are.
Yeah.
Until we can't.
Right.
That's my plan at this point, just to keep going.
How do we get it to officially become the Maryland Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? And I think what we're going to do, Matt, is we're going to just inaugurate it. We're going to do it. We're going to have a ceremony at Club 66, and we're going to, put it online, and we're going to cut the ribbon and make it the official Maryland Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I don't know who you register it with, except me. I just registered it. And I do. I don't know another place that I can look at sincerely and go, this just encapsulates everything that this town was.
Yeah. Do you ever give tours to people that
So
Just fans that want to come through and see it?
Sure. Like if somebody comes there early or the first time a band comes there, it's their first time. I love taking them through and showing them how we started and what we did. A good story. The first time Lee Rocker played there.
Stray Cats. Lovely.
Yeah, great guy. So we're sitting up in the green room and there's a window where you can look out onto Edgewood Road. And back then we still had gas pumps. And we see this van with this trailer go down the street. And then we see it come back up the street. We see it go down the street. And this happens 3 or 4 times. I'm like, that's going to be Lee Rocker. So then he pulls into the lot and we can hear him on his cell phone calling his boss. He's like, I can't find this place. All I'm finding is a garage.
That's hilarious.
Did you ever think in a million years in 1985 that 40 years later you'd be on a show talking about it?
No, absolutely not.
I mean, what your original thought in doing it was just for fun? Have
some fun. And again, I love music. And then to the next level, I love great live music.
Yeah.
And there's the energy and the feeling you get from watching a good band perform live music.
Yeah.
There's no feeling like it.
I got to ask you this, and you could say you don't want to talk about it, and I'll respect it.
Sure.
Why did the county F with you so much about getting a liquor license and being a, what's their argument? And if you don't want to talk about it.
No, I don't mind. It just seemed like, and I think I've tried 3 times over the 40 years.
Yeah.
And the last time we hired Harford County's a prominent liquor attorney and went through, like he said, it'll be a simple process. And 3 years into it, after paying a lot of money, he called me in the office. He said, I'd give up on that dream. It looks like you're never going to get a liquor license.
Wow.
Now.
And they never gave you an explanation.
Anything that they could give me in an explanation in the way of why it can't happen.
I mean, what is the deal now? You can, if you're of age, you can bring a cooler of beer in there, can't you?
Yes.
Now, are you allowed? I don't even know the rules. Like, if I brought 12 beers in there for me and my 3-4 buddies, can I put them in your cooler? Like, how does that work?
No, because the Harford County law is very specific in that we cannot store alcohol there.
That's so fucking. Yeah. I don't want to get you in trouble.
It's the only county in the state of Maryland that has that law. And it's a real thin line. It's a tightrope we walk abiding by that law.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. I mean, I brought a, backpack, a cooler thing, and I don't really drink. I just had other stuff, but like, I don't know. And I don't get it. I mean, that would be the coolest bar.
I don't either, but at this point it is what it is. I always just thought that, if we could get to that next level, it would allow us to get more expensive bands.
Of course, you have more money to earn and stuff.
What if you guys made food there? Can you do it as a restaurant?
So again, they just kept it, out of our reach. And
Same deal,
at this point, I don't worry about it.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, I know Harford County, I don't think you can have what they call a nightclub. You have to have a restaurant bar.
Yeah, I think you're right on that.
And so, I mean, you want to make that place like that. I mean, you're going to spend $200,000, $300 putting a kitchen in.
Right.
Then you got to come up with a great, it's a nightmare. But I mean, for a place like, you should be able to get a tavern license. I don't understand it.
Neither do I.
Anyway, moving on from that. All these years, Cheryl, has she loved it as much as you have, or does it get on her nerves sometimes?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she still loves it, right?
Oh, yeah. And believe me, I know she's watching it, but I'm not saying this because she's watching it. We wouldn't be there if it weren't for her.
You've said that to me privately 50 times. Yeah. So, Cheryl, if you're wondering, he's telling the truth. Is there an act around town now that you've seen that you think, man, they're awesome? Anybody new caught your eye? Or
So we're working now with a newer band who's out there making a name for themselves. It's a young band called Experience.
Oh my God.
They're wonderful young men.
3-piece, right?
Well, they've bumped up to 5-piece
Oh, did
now,
they? Okay.
And they're wonderful men to work with.
You said Experience?
Yes.
Oh yeah, these guys are amazing.
Dude, their manager, maybe it's one of the dads, I don't know.
They're a 5-piece now. I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Okay.
He reached out to me and he's like, hey, you got to see him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I will.
Well, they're playing at the Crab Cake Festival this weekend.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're working with them?
Yes. They're playing our Christmas party this year.
Oh, that's all. When's that?
December the 8th.
Nice.
And I'm going to tell you, not only are they great but they're all very polite young men.
That's what I hear. Just
Yeah.
great guys.
Super cool dudes, very young and incredibly talented. Just
So we're
talented
working-
beyond
we're-
their years.
Yeah, we're working with them and another young group called the Pauly Boy Blues Band.
That sounds cool. I like
Yeah.
the name.
Great guys, and so yeah, we're not stuck in our ways there. We find out about good newer acts. We love to get them up there and try to help progress their career
Well,
along the way.
Dave, you're smart. You've always been a guy that realizes that you're just a venue that's a really cool one, and you want the best coming through no
Sure.
matter what it is.
Sure.
And
We want to be as nice to any act that comes there. We want them to remember their Club 66 visit.
that's what's so cool about it. I mean, I went as a fan and I remember it.
Yeah,
I was
of course.
treated like a royalty in there. Dave,
Amen.
what's your what's your favorite moment in all these years? I know it's like picking a favorite child.
Yeah, I just can't. I mean, there's so many great moments. I can't pick one.
Is there anything? What's the worst experience you ever had? Was there an act where you're like, I'm so sorry I booked you?
So there is, and I actually didn't book them. A friend of mine asked me about renting the room and having his own little thing there.
Sure.
And I trusted the guy. I booked the group, but it was the worst thing that ever happened there. It was a band. I think they're out in North or South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
They're called Rebel Son,
Oh yeah.
and they were a bunch of racists.
Really?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Singing about niggers and shit like that.
Oh my God! They actually said that word.
Terrible.
Holy shit!
And I'm like, well, that's the last time they'll ever get on this stage.
Oh my God! I can't imagine.
I felt bad that they were there on my stage.
I would have thrown them right out in mid-set, man.
Yeah.
That's horrible. I'm sorry to hear about that,
Yeah.
Dave.
But honest to God, 99% of everything that's happened there has been positive.
I'll tell you, I've never heard a bad story until that one.
Right.
Dave, do you think that is there something you would improve upon the place if you could?
Well, over the years, as we see a need, whatever it might be,
Right.
we make that little improvement as we can.
Yeah. But that's so nothing like you're not going to expand it and anything like that, right? Do you have a plan to make it bigger? Or anything?
Well, as you know, I think you know this, I don't own that building.
I know.
And so, I've done pretty much everything I can as a tenant there.
Is there any chance the guy will ever give it up?
I wouldn't say no to that.
Right.
Right now, we have a good relationship and we're working well together.
I mean, you've bought the building 5 times.
Yeah. And, we've had some rocky points over the years,
Sure.
but it's working good now. And if it stays that way, I'm happy.
Wow. I mean, it really is a crazy, crazy venue, man. Yeah. It is so wild.
So tell us about the name Club 66. Where'd that come from?
Sure. So that first summer we were there, we're a mom and pop gas station. As I told you, we fix cars. You drive in to get gas. Either myself or Cheryl runs out and pumps your gas.
Yeah.
We were pumping Phillips 66 gas. And when we were preparing to have our first party, the one with the ticket you showed, they're like, well, where's it going to be? Where's it going to be? And some people were like, well, it's down there at that club down at 66. And I'm like, yeah, Club 66.
I love that, man.
Another thing that happened by accident.
It always reminds me of Route 66. I thought there might have been a connection there.
Yeah. And that is
66.
the connection because Phillips 66 started out in Bartlettsville,
is that what it
Oklahoma
was?
on Route 66.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. I love it.
You know where I learned that? American Pickers.
Yeah.
He
Right.
found
Love
an
it.
original sign and he told the story that that's where it opened. And I found that out.
That's bucket list. I want to take a drive down Route 66.
yeah.
That's a long ass drive, dude. Yeah.
So that's how it happened.
Dave,
that's beautiful.
Do you think you have a place in Baltimore music history?
I would hope so.
I mean, you definitely do. I'm just wondering if you see it.
And again, extremely excited. This wonderful man, Tyson Costco, is putting in hours and hours and hours of research to
Yeah.
make sure he does a great job on this book.
Well, I'll tell you, man, I could not be. I mean, we could tell 1,000 more stories about this. I mean, that's what's so crazy. And we're going to definitely.
Well, we're getting to the point. So he has came out there and spent a couple of days taking pictures of everything in the place,
Right.
archiving the pictures, and then emailing me and asking me pictures about every one of them.
And that's how a true
And,
author does it.
he's creating a timeline,
Right.
and he's soon to the point where he's going to be wanting me to hook him up with people that he wants to interview for certain things about the
I mean,
book.
dude, you get Pete Best in your documentary. You
Yeah,
get
yeah,
any
yeah.
of those guys.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, that portion's coming up.
And I think, I mean, you do this right, the club gets a whole nother afterlife. It reinvents the club again.
So
You know?
back to your question. Yeah, I think with having a documentary book or a biography,
Sure.
it certainly cements our place in history in the Baltimore music scene.
Without a doubt. I mean, it is amazing. Well, Dave, listen, we're going to schedule you right back soon. I want to talk.
I was telling Dave
Yeah.
off the air, I said we should really be in the club one night and be able to show some people.
We'll
some
do a
of the
live
things that are
tour
there.
of it.
Yeah, yeah.
I would love to do it.
Yeah.
We got to do that.
I think that's an eventuality. It would be nice to do a remote broadcast.
We'll do it.
We'll set the stuff up out there and have a blast.
Yeah, man. We'll set up right on stage.
Yeah, that'd be
We
fun.
don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah.
Have you
Sure
there
thing.
and Cheryl and,
Sure
and
thing.
everybody. Dave, what acts you got coming up, buddy? What do you got going on?
Thanks for asking me that, Mickey. We have a lot of wonderful things coming up. As I told you, we only do about 12 shows a year, so everything is special to us.
Yeah.
The next event coming up is this Saturday night, October the 25th. The band is called the Blue Genies.
Oh, cool.
They are the ultimate David Bowie tribute
I
act.
knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they
And-
great?
Yes, and the lead guitarist is Jeff Adams from Face Dancer.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
And do you remember a band called Vanessa? And that's John West, the lead singer.
Yes. Yes.
So that'll be this Saturday. On Saturday, November the 1st, our annual original Never Never show once per year.
Love it.
The original
Yeah.
guys get together.
November 1st,
Yes, David Bell, Tim Steele, Lee Townsend, and Spike Settles.
Yeah.
just like we saw at the Spinal
Yes.
Tap.
Yes.
premiere. Yeah.
They'll be there on November 1st. And then an event that's not at Club 66, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it. On Monday, November the 10th, my beloved United States Marine Corps will be celebrating their 250th birthday.
Yes.
This guy is such an
I know,
American.
love it.
I love
Oh,
this
I know.
dude.
And we're going to have a party at the Bush River Yacht Club in Abingdon, Maryland. And all Marines, FMF corpsmen, and Marine retired personnel are welcome to come out for that. We're going to have a cake cutting ceremony and a couple niceties, and it's no charge to come in. And I'm really looking forward to sponsoring that party.
That's
that,
awesome.
man.
Good for you, Dave.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, on my things coming up, it took us several years to put this together, but we finally have the band Leather and Lace coming to Club
Yeah.
66.
Yeah.
And they're going to actually be doing a live broadcast from there, recording a video. And if they weren't good enough already, Lee Townsend will be playing bass, and your favorite and mine, Timmy Steele, will be playing drums.
I love it.
Amazing.
I love it. By the way, I will put that rhythm section up against
Yes,
Yeah, man.
anybody.
yes,
dude.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Well, Dave Rohde, after all these years, my friend, and all the accomplishments, what a real honor for, I know Matt and I, to be sitting here
For
with
sure.
you and talking about all this, man. It's so cool.
I brought a couple of parting gifts along for you,
Uh-oh.
men.
All right. I hope it's drugs. No, I'm kidding.
30 years ago, when we reached our historic status as a historic club, we had these pins made up. They stay Historic Club 66.
Wow.
And I
Oh,
brought
my
one
God.
along for you.
Wow.
Look at that. Get me on here, Matt.
Yeah, you're on.
Hold on.
Hold it still so it
I'm trying to get
it focuses. It-
There you go.
That is beautiful, man. Wow.
And
Wow.
I brought one for you, Matt.
That's amazing, Dave. Thank you.
That's a badass gift right there, my friend.
No
Thank
kidding.
you, Dave. You know, man, Dave, I want to do so much with you. I love everything you do. I love your attitude. I love your your spirit, your soul. Your wife's amazing. The whole story's amazing. So much more for you to do with that place, and anything Matt and I can do to help, dude. Just treat us
Thank
like
you.
your favorite media outlet.
Thank you.
I mean it, man.
I know.
Whatever you need,
I know.
we'll
I know.
promote anything you got going.
And again, I want to thank all our fans and friends that have kept this thing going for 40 years, because my wife and I couldn't ever have done it without everybody that's helped. And I also want to apologize to my wife and my kids for times that I wasn't there, when I might have been out on the road managing Never Never and wasn't home when I could have or should have been. But I always did it for the love of music and the love of my family.
I love it, Dave. You're a good man, Dave Rohde. I mean that, man. I think the world of you, and everyone else does it. Real honor and pleasure, my friend. I mean it. Dave Rohde, everybody.
Club66.net, by the way. It's linked
Yes,
in the
sir.
description if you want to find out. Look at the calendar and the history of the place as well.
Matt, we're going to figure this out. How to it's good. Now it's personal to me.
Listen, I'd be honored to, Dave. So I'm just happy you're going to have us over there. It's
we're
so
going to,
cool.
in the beginning of next year, we will get with Dave. I have an idea for a show we can do. And I think it could be fun for everyone.
Yeah.
And I think it would be great. But Dave, sincerely, man, we'll definitely have you back. I'd love to hear more stories, more about the documentary, all of it.
It truly has been a sincere pleasure. And I know we covered a lot of ground tonight.
Yeah.
But I know there's a lot more
Oh, my
ground we
God.
could cover.
I know.
And,
I can think of 5 stories right now that I'm like, oh, we're out of time. But
Yeah.
you've
and
told me.
I do have some stories.
Oh, I know it.
And I really do look forward to that. If we can do that remote broadcast
We're going
next
to do
time
it.
around.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
figure
we're
it
gonna
all
make
out.
it happen.
We'll make it happen, my friend. Dave Rohde, everybody. That's Matt Davis. I'm Mickey Coachella. Tonight, if you can get out, Hammer Jokes on Hartford Road. Our first open mic night. My boys are doing it. It's going to be crazy. And the recap tomorrow should be fun.
Yeah.
Mickey talks. Yeah.
All right.
Mickey talks.
And listen, you got to sing that with us if we play up
It's a
there,
hit,
buddy.
man. It's a hit.
I love that song. I
It's-
swear
yeah,
I do.
it's a
It
great
gets
song.
stuck in your
I
head.
know
You
it.
can't stop humming it.
Dennis wrote us the second one, and I played it for like 2 months, and then I was like, I need that first one back. I love
I think
it.
he legitimately wasted a hit on us. On
I
our
think
show.
he did.
Hey, wouldn't that be funny if that song became a
Right.
national hit?
That's how we're gonna get big, man.
That's it.
I'm telling you, I'm going to get him to write a Club 66 theme song.
All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow at 5. Thanks, everybody. See you soon.